Okay, Lauren sent us $5 and said, hope you enjoyed your piss. Lauren, that's weird. That's weird, Lauren. Anthony with the $5 with a thumbs up emoji. I appreciate you for that love. Shelby with a 1, Fiona with a 2, and Mira with a 1. I'd also like to thank Stephanie. Thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. Let's show some love to Stephanie while we're all tuning back into the live after that restart. They say, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for being here, Stephanie. And then Josh with the $10 as well. Thank you for enjoying the lives, man. That means a lot. And then Condra with the 12. Everybody show some love to Condra, Josh, and Stephanie. Thank you guys for the love. Oh, and then a big one here. Jojo, thank you so much for the $50 donation over on over on YouTube Super Chat. Jesus, everybody, 500 Jojos down below. Jeez, Jojo. Now, Jojo says, hi, Dean. I'm new to watching your lives. I was wondering if you could talk more about your stance on abortion and rape victims. I recently lost my best friend because she was denied an abortion, and the man who hurt her isn't in jail because of lack of evidence. Jojo, I'm so fucking sorry to hear that. I don't think there's like many things that could happen that are worse. That is terrible. My position on rape victims is that they should be able to access abortion all 9 months because they just simply don't have an obligation to keep the fetus alive. Great question, and I'm so sorry to hear that. That is absolutely insane. Now, we're going to go ahead and hop back into the debates. Everybody, if we're in that queue, make sure that means that you support Trump. We're going to go and get the conversations back on a roll right now, everybody. Bro, why is this guy back? One second. One second, chat. Why the hell is this guy back? We need to bring somebody up real quick that's in the queue. Why did he rejoin? I don't know. Maybe it looks like he left again. Yeah, he did leave again. Okay. What is going on? Chapter Tango, you support Trump?
So I do. I wanted to elaborate a little bit on like my concept of it, if that's okay.
Quickly, let me go ahead and ask this guy something real quick. Bro, wait, I thought
who are you talking to?
Haven't you already been kicked enough for one? Haven't you already been cooked enough for one day, Seabass?
Yeah, you last time you kicked me when you played the context of the second clip after you had already doxed the guy. So I don't have the ability to play clips like you do. But I went back and replayed the clip, so you can replay if you'd like. You can replay the whole beginning of the first time, the first interaction you had, the guy where you doxed him with his information. You said, hey, everybody, here's his handle. Also, anybody out there has facial recognition software,
we're gonna get
here's pictures of his face.
We're going to get another
this guy and take his children away from him.
I don't know why you're just superimposing your words on me. It's cute, though. We're going to get another quick dunk here. Define doxing.
Doxing? It wasn't doxing. Doxing is you gave out his information and you made a public request to cause this guy harm.
You're trying.
I would cause that. I would say
you're trying to give me an example. No, stop it. Stop it.
Okay,
No.
Let me say it.
I'm asking you to give me a definition.
I would say it's using online resources to spread information about somebody to cause a request to make them harm. Whether that be putting in a call to EMS saying, "Hey, this guy's about to, kill somebody," and having the SWAT sent there, versus causing them online harm, making them lose their job, making them lose, especially if it's false. If it's false allegations or defamatory, and it's not even true, and there's not, proof or evidence to support these claims, I think that's totally wrong. And yeah, I would agree that falls into the category of doxing.
Okay. So that's not what doxing is. I think it's important to first understand that doxing is
the definition then. I'll pull it.
It's important to understand that doxing is a legal term. I feel like so many people forget that. Doxing isn't just a word that we throw around. It is the name of a crime. Okay? And in most jurisdictions, most states, in America, doxing is defined roughly as taking private information and posting it publicly on the internet. And then even there...
does anybody have facial software?
I'm still in the middle of defining doxing.
If guy's face in, post his information online.
So do you just think that you got to start talking whenever you want? Yeah, I think you're forgetting your place a little, bro. You're on my live, not the other way around. So you're going to wait for me to finish speaking. You got that, little buddy?
You asked for the definition. Did you not want it?
I was giving the definition and you interrupted me. Do you not want to have a productive dialogue?
But give the definition.
All right, yeah, just pipe down. Pipe down. Okay, that's all that I'm asking is just to pipe down a little bit. Is that fair?
You are little, bro. Like, you're mad as hell. But go ahead, give the definition.
Well, I mean, I don't think that asserting boundaries means that I'm mad as hell. It just means that I probably want to be able to finish my sentence. Like, it's not like you just get to come up here and be like a very belligerent individual and get to say and do whatever you want whenever you want to do it and not expect any pushback. And if you do get pushback, that means they're in the wrong and they're mad. It's a very crazy, immature, and childish way to look at the world.
So that's a double standard because you're muting me for the exact same reason. You asked me for the definition, then muted me during my explanation.
So now we're gaslighting? I muted you because you interrupted me. How many times do I need to repeat that? Because I've already repeated that 4 times, okay? And that was the 5th time. So do you just not understand what the sentence, I muted you because you interrupted me, means? Do I need to explain? Do I need to define those words? Do I need to break it down for you? Because for whatever reason, you just can't grasp the concept. And that's crazy to me. I muted you because you interrupted me, right?
Okay. Are you done now with that? Are you done with your sentence?
I'd like to hopefully get back to what I was saying.
Yes, I'd like to circle back. So are you done so I can say my next?
No, you don't get to say anything until I get to finish the sentence
Then
that I
go
was in
ahead.
the middle of
Proceed.
when you
Move
interrupted
past this
me.
point and go on. Go to the next point. Defend your point. Go with the doxing definition.
So typically the legal definition of doxing is taking private information and publicly sharing it on like the internet, for instance. Then even there, private information has like a pretty like strict definition of things and which are private, like social security numbers. In some circumstances, an address can be private, given that you used illegal means to obtain it. But in a lot of circumstances, an address can also be public information too. And then the other half of the coin of what doxing is, legally speaking, is going to be to take public information and post it publicly with like an intent to cause harm, right?
So,
and I mean, neither of these qualifiers were met because what I requested my viewers to do was to find public information and privately take it to local CPS authorities, not with an intent of malice or harm, but like literally with an intent of like wanting to ensure that their children are safe. Because we heard the mom and dad say that like parents have the right to sexually exploit their kids. We heard the mom and dad say that when parents do sexually exploit their kids, it helps and benefits the kids. We also heard the dad say that he doesn't think that sexual exploitation of children happens when you create child pornography. These are very obvious red flags, Sebas.
can I speak now? Are you done? Before you get mad and mute me a bunch. Are you done?
Dude, this guy's just rage baited. I've explained like 10 times how it's not angry.
Who's rage baited? I'm waiting for you to say that you're done, so you can't have any reason to mute me when I'm explaining myself.
buddy, I'm done.
So,
like you just said it again.
okay,
like,
okay.
you're
So,
gonna get mad.
you
No,
asked me
one
for the-
second. You said like, you're gonna
Okay,
get
see,
mad.
that's exactly why I asked you, because now you're trying to mute
Yeah,
me.
well, I'm not done now because you said some stupid shit. You said, are you
What did I
gonna
say?
get mad? Or are you gonna get mad? Like, I've already like re-explained 10 times that me asserting boundaries is an anger. All right.
Okay, so I was seeing if your boundary was met, if you're done, so I could speak without being muted.
Yes, I'm
now,
done.
Continuing, you can hit your pen while I'm speaking. I'll let you have a little vape.
It's an
break.
anxiety pin. Be quiet, buddy. Know nothing about
Anxiety
that
pen.
lavender and caramel.
God.
Get a grip.
So you asked me for the definitions because
Nice. I like this. Oh, this right here, this is great. I'm loving this right here. I'm not going to be too specific or else he'll pick up on it, but I'm loving this.
what'd you say?
Oh, just so when you leave the app, we can't hear you. It mutes you, and I loved it.
Oh, sorry. I don't know how TikTok live works. So, can I like swipe?
He still can't figure it out, even though I told him what's going on.
Doxing is the action or process of using private information or public and identifying information and posting it online with malicious, particularly and usually with malicious intent, which is
There you go.
damn near the definition of what you did.
And you
no,
asked me for the
not what I did.
definition. That's from the Oxford Dictionary. So
Yeah,
I guess the Oxford Dictionary isn't good for definitions anymore because
Go.
that's what you did.
check this out.
And you used it with the,
So not only do I not meet the second qualification of your definition, because I actually explicitly told people to not post that information publicly on the internet, but to rather take it privately to local CPS authorities. So
You
just,
posted it
just by that virtue.
in the beginning.
What?
you made that post. You made the post to the internet.
No, I
so
made
it doesn't
no
matter
post- I
if
made
you
no
went and
post
told
it-
people
I
don't
made-
do it.
I made
That's
no-
like me starting a fire and saying don't start another fire.
I made no post to the internet about information about that guy.
That information was not online.
that information.
It doesn't
was
matter
on
if it's
the
a
line?
live stream. It was through the
confused.
internet. It was through the internet.
Are you
Whether
saying
it's
that
a live stream,
I shared any information about him publicly?
you didn't share his information and request for people online to take his face and run it through facial software or any of that information.
I'm really confused. Now I'm really confused because you told me that I posted his information. Okay, what information of his did I post publicly on
Semantics.
the internet?
It was semantics. That's what this is right now. I didn't say you posted.
This is-
I
no,
said
this is
it
just
was through your
infiltrating
process,
gibberish.
through your platform, and it didn't have to be. It didn't have to be before that. Everybody had his username. You made the request, and you put in and used your platform to say, "Hey, here's his username. Go get his picture and run it through AI, facial recognition, whatever you use, and use the tools to your knowledge
like
to get
Google-
his kids taken away with it."
Like
CPS.
Google reverse imagery search to find his other public profiles. The request was to find his public information and privately take it to local CPS authorities. That's what I did. Yeah.
Like, for example, if somebody said, "Hey, run Dean Withers' information and see if he has any connections to being indigenous, if he really belongs to some secret tribe in Ohio or Utah." If people did that, it would then not be, that wouldn't be, what's the fucking word? What the fucking, the shit we're talking.
This guy's so fucking
That wouldn't be
lost.
doxing because there's no harm.
I'm just like letting him like dig his own grave. You know, like I could prove you wrong with like less than 10 words. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So you define doxing to include either taking public or private information and publicly sharing it with an intent of malice. That was your definition,
And-
yes?
I agreed with the Oxford
So
definition.
yes or no? Was that your
I
definition?
can't pull up verbatim what it is right now because you said you can't hear me whenever I switch. So
Yes
I
or
can't
no?
really
Was
tell
that
you.
roughly your definition?
Say it again.
Taking public or private information, posting it publicly on the internet with an intention of malice. Yes or no?
Yeah, I would say that's roughly about what it is. Not
Yeah.
verbatim.
Yeah, then just definitionally speaking, that's not what I did because I didn't tell people to post it publicly on the internet. I told them to take it privately to local CPS authorities by virtue of the fact that I
use the word
explicitly
privately. And also, you referred to gaslight. Oh, sorry, I'll let you finish. What
So,
are you saying?
so you're saying that's not what I did? Okay, well then obviously, like, you just simply didn't watch the stream because yeah, I told people to take it to local CPS authorities and specifically for people to not post it on the internet.
I did watch the stream. And can we go back to when you also earlier
Oh,
were
yeah.
using
Now we're gonna
our
pivot on to
context?
another
If
thing.
You talked about
now we're
gaslight.
gonna go to pivot on to another thing. Look at this. Look at
Not
this.
pivot,
Look
not
at
pivot.
this Joker go. I give him
This
like
is
a.
continuing
I
a
give him
point.
like a one sentence
removed
explanation.
me earlier.
No, you shut the hell up, kid. I give him a one sentence explanation of how what I did doesn't satisfy his definition of doxing, and then he starts bringing up all this other shit. Oh, let's go back to what we were talking about earlier. Oh, let's
No,
talk about what
that-
you said on the live.
you-
Oh, let's talk about the clip that. Yeah, you want to talk
You
about anything about the
You did
besides
constitute-
my fucking ability to absolutely dunk on you and prove you wrong to demonstrate
What did
that
you
what I
dunk-
did doesn't satisfy your
Clearly
definition of
at an
doxing. Get pushed, kid. Oh
We're at
my
an
god.
impasse. You clearly don't agree that you fucking doxed the hell out of him. Not doxed the hell out of him.
What I did does not satisfy your definition of doxing because I specifically instructed individuals to take this information privately to local CPS authorities and explicitly instructed individuals to not publish this information publicly on the internet. For that reason,
It doesn't
what I
matter.
did,
You had malicious
It
intent.
does matter because that is
You
the
had-
second condition of the definition of
You had malicious
doxing.
intent when-
Not only, I also didn't
Let
have
me finish.
malicious
You
intent.
had malicious.
No, because I'm still talking, dude. We're gonna play the game.
I'm not saying whether you be swat, but you.
He doesn't
You had
get. He
malicious
doesn't get
intent,
that I'm
you
not
didn't
gonna
say
let him
that.
interrupt me. He just doesn't
You
get
had
that
malicious
I'm not gonna
intent.
let him do it. This is, by the way, this is a stall. I think like now I've concluded that people have enough brain cells to wrap their head around the concept that I'm not going to let them interrupt me. And if they do, I'm going to spam mute them until they stop. So I'm pretty sure he's just like doing it intentionally, like stall the convo. I mean, it's cute.
This
but
is
it's
not a
not
stall. Hurry up and go. Go. Say something.
All right, awesome. Yeah, so you said it doesn't matter if I directed individuals to publicly post on the internet. So then you'll have to revise your definition of doxing to not.
That's
include
not what I
public-
said.
You said, and I quote, "It doesn't matter."
No. I said it doesn't matter whether you wanted him to be swatted or killed. You posted it with malicious intent. When you posted it, your intention was to cause him harm.
It wasn't to, I'm not saying for you to have cops go show up instantly, whether they took it locally or privately, or even if they went home and made a post that got 5 likes and nobody saw it. No matter what, when you posted that information about him, not posted, whatever you want to say, you want to use semantics. Maybe you didn't make a dedicated exclusive post just to him, which you do have one, your apology that you had to make after you had faced backlash. Because in that same conversation, you were the one talking about kids have consent, not the parents. You said kids have consent. That was your argument in the conversation.
How much do you want to bet?
How much? Yes, go back and play the clip where you said that kids have consent on it and not the parents. It wasn't up to the parents, if anything. It's up to the kids, and the kids should be the ones.
Yeah.
Yes, go play the conversation.
I want to bet you.
Yes, the first conversation, not the second one this time. Last time you wanted to play the one after you went back and were trying to trap the wife in some stupid trick-ass questions, playing semantics. Go to the first conversation.
I would like to bet you $1,000 that I did not say that kids can consent. Will you accept my bet?
How long of the interview are you going to play?
Well, I mean, it's your burden. You have to be able to tell me what you want me to play. Like, if you can't play it yourself, I'll play it. But you have to be able to tell me. So, like, whatever you want me to play, I'll play it. But I like to bet you $1,000.
I would like you to play the full conversation. From when he joined. You don't have to play the second one. I don't want you to play the second one.
So, were you going to accept the $1,000 bet, kid?
Are you going to play the full first interaction?
Why would I sit here and play a 30-minute conversation? No.
It's $1,000, and you said it. If you really want 1,000 and you truly don't believe, you can't cherry pick 10 minutes.
Are you going to accept the bet?
Are you going to accept my terms for the bet? You can't cherry pick 5 minutes where you didn't say it, and there's,
Buddy, you're operating off of a 11-second clip for the entire fucking argument that you have. Well, you don't talk about cherry picking, kid. You don't talk about cherry picking. The total basis for your argument is literally an 11-second clip. But even nowhere in that 11-second clip do I say kids can consent. In fact, I think it's absolutely hilarious. Because
okay, exactly. You're saying 11-second clip.
If you interrupt, okay.
Maybe you didn't say it in 11 seconds.
Glenn, thank you for the $20 over on Venmo. I appreciate you so much for the love, Glenn.
Why are
Glenn
people donating to him? This guy is...
Oh, he gets pissed off by the donations too. Oh my God.
Because,
that is great.
That is
great. Oh my God, that is great. Oh, that is great.
Read it.
I'm about to be so happy. I'm about to be so happy that the donations piss you off. You don't even know because I fucking hate you. Glenn says,
read the donation.
Yeah, for sure. I'll read Glenn's donation. Glenn says, you and Parker are my heroes. It amazes me that Republicans seem to have a case to present, yet come with propaganda or false information. Critical thinking is absent with the GOP. I would love to continue to reading off these donations. Thank you, Glenn, for the $20 super chat. Would you like me to read more?
No, I was just wondering what they said. Because the last
Vinny, thank you for the $1 over on Venmo. I appreciate you so much for the love. And Brooke, thank you for the $2 on Venmo as well.
Let me do it for the big ones now. We're actually gonna have a conversation. Anyway.
Oh, you only want me to do it for the big ones?
Well, if we're going to have a conversation.
Okay, Christian, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo saying love you, dude.
Now continue.
I appreciate you so much for the love.
I will take that.
And Olivia, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate you guys so much for the love. That is incredibly kind. Thank you guys so much. It is incredibly kind of you guys.
I don't want to change the subject. I want to go back to the bet.
I'm still thanking my donors. Can you calm down?
I would like to go back to the bet, though.
Sir,
are you going to accept the terms of the bet and play the full interaction?
I'm still thanking my donors. Okay, can you calm down while I thank people for donating to me?
You literally have the same demeanor as Trump too. It really shows that you're just an alt-right pipeline that's undercover as hell. And the 180 in the future will be crazy.
All these words are completely meaningless because I need to finish thanking my donors for their big contributions. And no, I do not have the same demeanor as that fool. Dipey Don, let me tell you, the polls are out.
Very similar, especially with the e-course scam you had running.
It is not similar at all.
That is out to defraud and grift.
That is fake news. That is fake news. Quite frankly, I do not have the same demeanor as Trump. As well as Sid. Thank you for the 45. 1 second. Shut up, kid. I'm thanking Sid for 40.
So you didn't have e-course grifting?
Oh, can you wait for me to finish thanking Sid? Oh my goodness gracious. Sid, thank you so much for the $45 over on Venmo. Sid says 90% sure that bro's just a fan. Probably. Thank you for the $45, Sid. Yo, can you thank Sid real quick for her $45 contribution?
I didn't see nothing from Sid.
Well, yeah, you saw a $45 donation from her to me.
I didn't see that.
Do you think I'm a grifter?
I do think you're a grifter. I
So-
told you that.
So I just want to clarify, that $45, I got it through a grift. How does it feel to know that a grifter is more successful than you?
There's plenty of them. Trump is one. That's why.
Libby, thank you for the $50 over on
There's
Venmo to
always
piss
a
this
bigger
caller
fish
off.
out
I appreciate
there.
you so much for the love, Libby. Thank
I'm
you,
humble.
Libby.
I
And
don't
said,
think I'm better than anybody.
wait, I have a question. Wait, technically, all these donations that are coming in right now are going to be
Do you
more-
want to circle back to the argument? Because you're kind of dodging it and avoiding.
Kid, be quiet. I'm still speaking.
I get you got donations, but you wanted to make.
What is this fucking problem? Okay, you have to let other people speak too. Listen, I understand that you
You've been
don't let
speaking-
me finish. You've never made any woman ever finish, right? I get it, but let's try to start on a new note today, right? You're gonna let me finish. You're gonna let me finish my sentences. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic, quite frankly. So now I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. Oh my god, isn't that crazy? Holy cow, letting other people finish. A brand new concept to his very small brain. Wow. Let me just get a verbal confirmation from you that you're going to let me finish. Say yes, sir. I'll let you finish. I'll let you finish speaking. Dean Withers, can I get that from you real quick?
You see, it is a double standard that you had earlier. You're the only one who's.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I get it. It's not only a double standard, because instead I didn't even just mute you or not let you finish. I just kicked you. So let's go to move on to the next guest right now, guys. If you're in the queue, make sure that means that you support Trump. Welcome in, VTech. Do you support Trump? That is it, kid. Dude, I have so much fun with those rage baiters. They're so mad. They're so mad. I live rent free in that guy's head, and it is so funny. Oh my god. Let's go to move on to the next guest. If you're in the queue, make sure that means it's because you support Trump. All right. Yo, Feisty, thank you so much for the $10 over on YouTube.
Wait.
That would be a child. Thank you for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat. I appreciate you so much for the love. That is incredibly kind of you. As well as Lion, thank you for the $10 over on Vimeo. Lion says because thanking people annoys them. Keep up the great work. I appreciate you for that love, Lion. By the way, if you're watching and you want to support me, you can find my Venmo, my PayPal, on the link tree in my bio. All right, let's go to move on. Welcome in, Ethan. Do you support Trump?
I'm British, so no.
Okay, well, let's go and throw the rules back up on screen. Also, everybody in here with us today, guys, make sure that we're double tapping on that phone screen, folks. Make sure that we're double tapping on that phone screen, folks. Go ahead and take a look at the phone screen if you are curious on what the rules are. You just got to be 18 plus, American, and support Trump. Let's go and load that next guest up into the box right now. Welcome in, Charlie. Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Age?
What?
Kid. That is a child, very small child. Okay, moving on to Key. Everybody follow the damn rules in the middle of the screen, please. Please. Yo, Nick, I appreciate you so much for all the Go Popular gifts. What is going on? We have a lot on screen right now. 1 second. There we go. Sorry, you guys. All right, moving on to the next guest. We got Buster Eats loading up in. Yo, Honor, thank you for the $7 over on PayPal to support an undercover Republican grifter. Hell yeah, that's me. Welcome in. Hayne, do you support Trump?
Oh, I didn't mean to join.
No worries, no worries. Moving on to Key. Here we go, everybody. We got Key loading up in. Welcome in, Key. Do you support Trump?
Actually, I just had a question really quick.
All right, guys. The rules are a non-negotiable. The rules are a non-negotiable, everybody. They're absolutely a non-negotiable, guys. Please follow
Hello.
them. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How old are you?
Eight.
Okay, you left the live, so I can't hear you. We'll give you a couple seconds to come back.
18.
18, what year are you born in?
Germany.
Okay. Have a good one. Moving on, here we go. We're going to go to get that next guest loaded into the box, everybody. Just do be patient. We got Damn Easy loaded up into the box, guys. Do just be patient, y'all. Do just be patient. Welcome in. Do you support Trump?
I did not mean to join. Just kidding.
Dude, no worries. Everybody mean to join. Oh, please. Nicole, thank you for the $5 over on PayPal saying I'd volunteer to pay for that last guy's vasectomy. Y'all are funny as hell sometimes. So let me tell you. What's up, Ghost? Do you support Trump?
No. I just had a question for you.
No. Rules are important. The rules are like literally in front of your face, everyone. Guys, follow them, please. I promise they serve a purpose. Do you support Trump? No, they don't. Okay. I guess the rules don't serve a purpose because literally nobody follows them. Okay, moving on to the next guest, guys. For the 9.2 thousand people watching the stream, y'all make sure that we're double tapping on that phone screen and sharing that live. Welcome in, Ashley. Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Okay, that is a child. Moving on to the next guest here, everyone. Just give us a minute. All right, guys. Go and put a MAGA with your age down below in the chat if you want to skip the line. Hey, do you support Trump?
I love Trump so much.
Age.
You're a bitch. Fuck you.
Wow, why are you so angry?
Say something.
Okay. She had to confer with the council. That's funny. We're going to move on to the next guest here. We got Oliver loaded up into the box. Guys, go to put a MAGA with your age down below. I'd happily I'd love to bring you up. Welcome in. Do you support Trump? Okay, weird. Moving on, here we go, everybody. I am in hell. I'm in hell today. Oh, no. We got that next guest loaded in. I'm in hell, everybody. Welcome in. Do you support...
I hate Trump and I'm British.
Okay, well then don't fucking join. You were obviously under the age of 18. You were obviously not American because you said that you're British. And you're obviously not MAGA because you said that you hate Trump. How the hell can you break literally every rule that we have? Oh no. They're right there. They're like, everybody, I swear to God, if you just look at the middle of the phone screen, you will see that, like, now you don't even see me anymore. It's just like, look, use your eyes. Look at the screen, guys. You will see it. They're right there for you to see. Please follow the rules. Just look, everybody. Only join in the queue if you are following the rules. Just look, okay? We're going to move on to the next guest right now. We got them loading up here, guys. Only join the queue if you're following the rules that are literally in the middle of the phone screen. Like, please, bro. Like, dude, please. I'm begging you guys. What's up? Do you support Trump? Cool.
Yo, hold on. I have to put on my headphones. Give me a moment.
Okay. While they're putting on their headphones, everybody make sure that we're double tapping away in that phone screen, folks. All right. Actually, looks like they left. We're going to move on to the next guest, guys. Follow the rules right now. We'll go ahead and put them up. Oh, not that. There you go. Follow them. Welcome in. What's going on, Lap? Do you support Trump? Buddy? Okay. Okay, moving on to the next guest. Here we go, everyone. Let's go to get that next guest loaded into the box, guys. We got Kristen loading up in, y'all. Okay, here's the deal.
Well,
Do you support Trump? Okay, here's the deal. Yeah, if you're watching this and you're an American adult that supports Trump, you're fucking terrified. I don't know what it is. Like, what about me scares you so much? Like, I'm just curious, you know, because the fact that we now have 10,000 people in the TikTok live stream and there's not one person watching that wants to come up and debate that's following the rules says a lot. Hello, do you support Trump? No, they don't. Jillian, thank you so much for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat. I appreciate you for the love. Like, seriously, guys, what is it about me that you find so scary? What's up, Marshall? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 19. Hold on, give me like 2 seconds. I've got to plug in my phone.
Oh, it's you again. I thought that I told you that we've already had enough debates. We've only debated like 10 times.
Oh, so you are scared. You're saying that everyone else is scared, but it seems like you're scared.
Why would I be scared of you if I've willingly debated you 10 times? Like think about what you just said. I've already willingly debated you 10 times. Why would I willingly debate somebody 10 times that I'm scared of? That was a self-defeating point. Like that was a very self-defeating point, my guy. Let's go to move on to the next guest. Let's go to see what they have to say. Here we go, everybody. We got Inspire loaded up into the box, y'all. Lauren, thank you for the $2 over FM. I appreciate you for the love. What's going on, Inspire Sphere? Do you support Trump?
I do, but you know, I understand there's a lot I don't know, so I'm willing to learn also.
So why do you support him?
I mean, I support the, no taxes on overtime, man. I'm hardworking.
Right. Yeah, so the big beautiful bill does have some provisions that might help you, like no tax on overtime. But it's also cutting a lot of the benefits and defunding a lot of things that make life a little bit more affordable for low and middle income Americans. And because of that, the Center and Budget and Policy Priority tells us that the big beautiful bill as a whole is going to reduce the after-tax income of Americans making at or beneath $51,000 per year.
Wait, it's going to reduce it?
Yeah.
Can you explain a little more about that? I know there's like a lot on the big beautiful bill that I need to research, but
For sure, it's because of all of its funding cuts. Like there's funding cuts to Medicaid, which is now going to increase premiums on Medicaid by 75%, lower after-tax income for the people on Medicaid. There's funding cuts to SNAP, $156 billion worth. Now less people are going to have access to SNAP. 3 million Americans are expected to lose access for SNAP. So now they got to spend the money that they make on food instead of having some support from the government. Lower after-tax income. We're defunding the clean energy credits offered under the IRA, which is going to reduce the productive capacities of clean energy by 72%, reducing the overall total supply of energy, meaning that the average American household is expected to be spending an additional $500 on energy per year. Lower after-tax income. I could go on and on all day long, but at the end of the day, the conclusion that the Center Budget and Policy Priority yields is that this will put people at or beneath $51,000 per year in gross income annually in red and hurt them more than helps them.
okay, well, I'm surprised I even got on here. I am a huge fan of yours. I've watched her come up. Congrats, man. For real.
Okay. I appreciate that, man. That's cool. But guys, please only keep it to debates. Please. Please. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go crazy, chat. I'm going to go crazy. MLB, thank you for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat. I appreciate that, MLB. Show some love to MLB down below for their love. Also, Abby, that is ABBI, with the $20 on Venmo. What's up, man? Give me a second. Abby, thank you for the $20. Abby says, new ears from listening to the BS from Trumpers. Well, I thank you. I'm definitely going to be using that $20 for new ears. I definitely need them. These ones are pretty fucked up. It's your fault, Jason. Thank you for the love, Abby. Everybody show some love to Abby. As well as Courtney. Thank you so much for the $10 over on PayPal. Abby and Courtney, you guys are awesome. Now, if you're watching and you like what we do here, you're enjoying the stream, you could support the stream, support what we do here, support me, via the Venmo and the PayPal, which could be found in the link tree in my bio on TikTok, and then also in the pinned
You're
message.
a rage baiter.
And also in the pinned message over on YouTube. Are you saying that I bait rage?
Yeah, every time you get someone on here, you start reading your fake ass donations.
What? I mean, what?
Every time you get someone on here, you start reading them donations.
Okay. I mean, this is actually a really good opportunity to thank Nick for like the 7,000 individual like ticket things. Not only just because that was like 7,000 like points, but also like would have been hard as fuck to tap on your screen so much. But like we all saw Nick because that was on TikTok. You can't call Nick fake. In fact, you could click on Nick's profile like in the top right hand corner, like that Nick is real. Okay, like same thing with like Katie. Katie just donated $20 on Super Chat over on YouTube. Katie said I work 3 jobs 7 days a week and still can't afford health insurance. And you're gonna be fucked by the BB. Dude, the BBB really sucks, kid. I'm really sorry to hear that that's happening to you. And thank you so much for the $20. I'm
the
hoping
big
that our
beautiful bill
government
doesn't suck. It's the best bill that's ever been passed.
Can throw that shit out, and like Katie's also like a very real person. Like these people are real, you know what I mean? Same thing with like Stephanie with the $5 over at Venmo. Stephanie was real, and then Sammy actually just donated us $10 over at Venmo. Now Sammy said, "Please read this fake donation." Was his donation fake too?
I'm not saying that the donations are fake, but these people clearly don't know anything about politics.
They're not you, bro. Pipe down.
I know more about politics than any of you.
Really?
Liberals.
How many branches of government are there?
Well, according to the liberals, there's probably about 30 million, just like there is 30 million genders, according to y'all.
What? That's not an answer to my question. I didn't ask how many genders liberals think there are. I asked how many branches of government you think there are.
Well, back in the day, there was only two. There's the liberals and the Republicans. There's one good party. There's one bad party.
Those are
One
private
party-
political parties, not branches of government, Mr. PhD political savant, as you claim to be. Come on, dude. I learned this in middle school.
Well, the point is, y'all don't know anything about politics.
I have a feeling that you're trolling. Are you trolling?
I'm not trolling.
What year were you born in?
I was born in 2004.
Okay, how old are you?
21.
What month?
April 4th.
Isn't it okay? That would be 21. Chat, isn't it crazy that we can't distinguish between trolls and non-trolls? Like, isn't that fucking crazy? Like, I don't even know if this guy's real or not, and he's like being so hyperbolic and insane. Like the fact that
I'm
that
not
is
being hyperbolic. You liberals are all hyperbolic.
Meredith. Thank you for the $20 over on Venmo. I appreciate you for
Here
that
we
love,
go again with
Meredith.
the rage baiting.
Wait, thanking somebody for donating me their hard-earned money is rage bait?
Why don't you just wait till the debate's over, then thank your stupid fans?
Oh, because you called them stupid and I want to piss you off.
That's exactly what it is.
So Meredith, I appreciate you for the $20 over on PayPal. Meredith says, fake donation from somebody who knows zero about politics and thinks that there's 30,000 branches of government. Duh, Meredith. I mean, spot on. I mean, obviously true. Thank you, Meredith. As well as Josie, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo, saying that I'm donated and I'm majoring in political science. I'd assume that you think because she's majoring in that in a university that she's just being brainwashed.
None of you people have real jobs. You, Parker, all the liberals, none of y'all have real jobs.
Not a single liberal? Wait, so did Biden have a real job when he was a liberal serving as our president?
That's not my point.
It was your point.
Is
you said that no
y'all-
liberal has a real job. Biden was a liberal that was serving as president. If Biden didn't have a real job, then therefore neither does Trump right now.
Trump's doing a good job. Biden did a bad job.
Cinda, thank you so much for the $20 over on YouTube Super Chat. Saying thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for the love, Cinda. That is incredibly kind of you. It means the absolute most to me. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Thank you.
Biden also stole the election, so he...
Pipe down, kid. Pipe down, buddy. Aaron for the $5 over on PayPal for the 5 million genders, and Layla with a $10 over on PayPal for from your stupid fans. Yeah, me and my fake job. Buddy. What is a job?
A job is something that gets your back dirty.
Your back dirty?
Hands-on work.
Okay, well, your hands aren't your back.
What you're doing right now is promoting fake propaganda.
Wait, one second. I don't want to move on from that yet. Like you could definitely like be a plumber and like get your hands dirty, but like plenty of plumbers probably don't get their backs dirty. Like one thing I could think of that would get your back dirty is like working out. Maybe for like a couple hours sweating real hard, then getting some back knee. Okay.
It was
like
an
what?
analogy.
Do lawyers have real jobs?
Yes, being a lawyer is a real job. What you're doing, being on social media, promoting propaganda isn't a real job.
Do lawyers get their backs dirty?
Joe Biden stole the election. Therefore, he didn't have a reil job. He didn't belong in politics.
That's going to get your account banned. Like, I'm being dead ass. Your account's about to get banned, and it's going to be funny. Because that's obviously
Okay,
misinformation.
at least I don't...
So that's misinformation. But TikTok
The only one
flags and bans
spreading misinformation is you.
Okay. What's one thing that I say that's wrong?
I mean, pretty much everything you say. Saying that you probably said that Joe Biden actually won the election. He clearly didn't win the election. Also, promoting scams.
I think that guy's going to be a troll. I don't know. I'm not buying it. Which is like difficult to say, right? Because, you know, there's like a lot of Trump supporters that are pretty rough that would fall into the same category as him. I just think he's like a little bit too trolly. I don't know. Do you guys think he was real? I think he was a troll. Welcome in, Army Mom. Do you support Trump, Army Mom?
Oh, shoot.
Yo, Brandon! Oh my god! Dude, Brandon, thank you for the $50 over on PayPal. Brandon, that is so kind of you. Brandon says, hey, Dean, here's for the griff. I'm a dumbass donation. Dude, based W? Hello? Show some love to Brandon down below. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon. You are, quite frankly, great. Thank you, Brandon. On a real note, that's a lot of money. I appreciate that, man. As well as Maga Lee, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. Saying here's a donation from my fake job. Hell yeah, Maga Lee. Welcome into You Support Trump.
Yes.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 26, born in 99.
Great. Let's have a debate, man. Yo, DJ with the $20 on YouTube super chat. Read this, please. Spit in my mouth.
Okay. Ready?
No, I'm not ready. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need a second.
All right, take your time.
DJ Eric, touch grass. Dude, you are spending your money to tell other people that you don't know on the internet to spit in your mouth in front of 15,000 people. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside, DJ Eric. Okay, Buster. Why the hell do you support Trump?
So I more support Trump just because, for the role of a president, I feel like he kind of fits what we need at the moment. I acknowledge his leadership. I know he has a straightforward attitude that some people don't like or don't appreciate, but I also think that, the average American sometimes can sympathize with that because, sometimes we all have questions for why our country and why the system is the way it is and why there's so many people struggling, day to day. And I feel like people relate to him with how he speaks. And I know sometimes he says things that aren't so nice, but I do think that at this point, I think the average American is pissed off and is questioning what our country is actually doing to progress. So I think that's why so many people relate to him.
Well, I think that a lot of people are pissed off about what our country is doing to progress, but this is why so many people don't relate to him. Like in the last 7 months, we've had long-term unemployment rise to 1.8 million people, the highest it's been since 2017. Donald Trump has literally never talked about that. And of course, he's going to have to address that in order to help fix this country and make it progress, also job numbers are down, dude. Last month and months before last month, they were significantly under, under our expectations. And obviously Donald Trump would have to talk about that and acknowledge that in order to tell us how he wants to fix it. But what's pissing a lot of people off and leaving them questioning how this country is going to progress is because of instead of Donald Trump even acknowledging that it's true that we've lost jobs, that it's true that inflation is on the rise, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, he's actually just called it fake. And he fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So I agree that so many people are pissed off right now, questioning how this country is going to progress because Donald Trump is doing nothing about it, as he can't even recognize his own shortfalls that have caused the country to regress or to be hurt.
Yeah, I do understand that. I think there's multiple factors that contribute to, the amount of jobs that there are. I will say that I do feel like Donald Trump has shown his support for the more average blue collar, the typical working American. I feel like he does show a lot of support to them. Another thing too, I also feel like the reason I like Trump as a president is because I feel like a president is more of a figurehead. I know presidents during their campaigns, the people who are running for presidency, they make claims that they're going to change everything, but in reality, one person can't change the whole country. But I will say things that he's done that I do respect is when he went to North Korea, he's the first president to meet with the dictator over there. And I do respect that because one thing I've noticed is that a lot of countries, it's kind of like social media. You see things on TV and lies or media spreads things. And then I feel like a lot of people, like war, I feel like even starts from kind of like social media. People don't say things face to face that they're comfortable saying on social media. And I feel like that's how it is with other countries because we differ with culture and just how we operate. So I do respect him for actually going over there and trying to build a relationship, not so much for an alliance or anything, but just basically showing face and building a relationship, so there's way less chance of war or something like that happening. So I did respect that move he made.
Okay, well, first of all, you said that Donald Trump is good for like the average working class American. Okay, then why is he royally fucking them over so much? According to some think tanks, Big Beautiful Bill's gonna hurt the average American, make it around or at $50,000 per year. His tariffs, regressive tax that hurts you more the less you make, meaning it's gonna hurt the average American more than millionaires and billionaires. Fucking them over, right? And then also, oh my God, he's going to be fucking over every American with his mass deportation. Are you kidding me? You know, think about it. The forceful removal of 8.3 million of the workers that help prop up American manufacturing. Yeah, man, the average American is fucked over. You know, it's like the trifecta of just fucking them over. And I mean, we were just talking about economic data that is relevant to the average American. Inflation is up, rose 2.6% over the last year and accelerated since April. The price of all of your groceries is higher today than it was in January when he was inaugurated. Our GDP fell during the first quarter of this year. 52% of S&P 500 companies reported lower profit margins in the second quarter of this year. Investment into American manufacturing has gone down. And when has Donald Trump talked about any of this? He hasn't. And then, like, once again, okay, every time he's forced to, right? Because, like, his own government agency, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, are reporting these things. He says that they're wrong and he fires the head. He's obviously not for the average American, or he wouldn't be fucking them over so much. I'll actually challenge you with this. I want you to name a single thing that Donald Trump has done to help the average American. Please tell me. Unmute. Click on your profile picture, click the icon of the mic. There you go. Unmute. Tell us, what is a single thing he has done to help the average American?
I mean, especially towards the beginning of his presidency, he did create more job openings as well.
How?
What do you mean? More jobs were offered in the Midwest.
No, the GDP went down in the first quarter of this year. So at the beginning of his presidency, we were like barreling towards a recession. We didn't have more we didn't have more job opportunities.
And then one thing I will say too is when it comes to
one thing that you will say too. I want you to tell me one thing that he's done to help the average American. I'm not going to move on from that. I'm not going to let you move on from that. I want to know.
Well, you said multiple topics. So the one that I wanted to talk about was more the immigrants, because I happen to be Hispanic, so I relate to that.
Yeah, we can talk about that after you tell me one thing he's done to help the average American.
I told you he offered more jobs to citizens.
How did he do that? What did he do to offer more jobs to citizens?
Not even just that. I mean, if we're talking what he did for the people, a big thing that pushes people to strive for things is their motivation. The fact that how Trump worked, he rallied so many people. He got them more motivated. He got people to want to do more for our country. Because before him, we were in such a state that we felt like we were just stuck. We just felt like we were in this place.
So I just want you to be clear. In like 2 or 3 sentences or less, tell me one thing he has done to make the life of the average American better.
I mean, I'm trying to tell you, he was somebody we could look up to. He was a figurehead. He was something that motivated us. Is that not something that's valuable?
So,
I mean, look.
So in other words, you're telling me Donald Trump has done fucking nothing to help the average American, except to just exist as somebody to look up to.
Push people. You push people in a positive way, right?
But I just want to clarify that your argument is not hinged upon anything that he's actually done. It just hinges upon him being there. So in other words, no.
Okay, go ahead.
No. So in other words, you're basically telling us that by virtue of the fact that Trump is president, even if Trump were to do nothing with the presidency, he would still be helping the average American. Sophist, bullshit, cult member mentality.
I would say it depends on his position. As a president, his position is for us to look up to and to inspire us. When he had his hotels, he was obviously creating jobs. He owned those hotels. People had to work in those hotels. But now in the position he's at, he has different aspects. He's So he's not the
He's
same.
what? He's what? What is he doing to help the average American? You can't just say a figure to look up to. No, that's a
told you
selfish
he's
bullshit
motivating.
cop out
It's
answer.
like an influencer. It's like an influencer. Influencers
okay.
aren't working hard work, but they're making an impact, aren't they?
I want you to go and tell that to the 3 million Americans that just lost food stamps. Say, hey guys, I know that you're going to starve, but look at Trump. He's a real motivating guy. Look at him, and your life will be better. Go tell that to the 10 million Americans that lost health care. Oh, I know that you won't be able to get a test run on that weird little thing on your skin that might be cancer. I know that you're no longer going to have access to preemptive care, but look at Trump. He's a motivating guy. He's a good president. Go tell that to the families, to the parents of the 18 million school students that just lost access to free school student lunches. Look them in the eye and say, I understand that now either your kid's going to starve or you're going to have to start paying for something that you haven't had to pay for before, regardless of what your financial income is. And you're going to be obligated to do so because these kids are forced to be there or forced to go to school. But look at Trump. He's motivating. It's just so annoying, man. Nobody's buying this bullshit anymore.
Yeah, but like
we want real outcomes. Okay, we don't want just look at him go. Right, just ignore all the bad things he's doing. But the rose, the rose-colored glasses on. Ignore all of your problems. Buy less, own nothing, and starve to death. But look at Trump; he's doing great. No, we want real outcomes. So what are the real outcomes of the Trump administration? What does the Trump administration be doing to help the average American? Okay, because that's the question that's on everybody's head right now, and seemingly no Trump supporter has an answer. Okay,
I mean,
because
before that
we
was
were
America's
promised a
great.
golden economy. I didn't know that a golden economy, included more starving children and higher inflation with less jobs.
Inflation's been going up though. Inflation it's been a constant. And as far as like the free services, you know how many people were suffering in free services that were considered middle class but weren't even close to middle class? Only certain people were able to get free lunches. You know how many times my family was considered middle class with 12 people living in our house, so I couldn't get free lunch.
Oh, so obviously the solution is to take it away from more people.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that the country wasn't in such a golden place before Trump.
Oh, so you're just saying, well, he's made it worse, but it's only been a little bit worse, so I still love him.
No, I'm saying that I don't think Kamala would have made such an impact, and also I don't think she'd be relatable either. So then we would also.
Oh, okay. So basically, you're telling me
that.
that. So basically, you're saying, Dean, I concede. I understand that you've been asking me to tell me one thing that Donald Trump has done for the average American. I can't do that. But guess what? I want all Americans to suffer because Kamala Harris wasn't too relatable. Is that your argument?
No, it is not my argument.
So then what's the response to the burning question? You said Trump was helping the average American. Name one thing he has done to help the average American. I'm not letting you skirt around this question.
Honestly, the only thing I can think of myself, because I don't want to go and spout statistics that I'm not sure about, is I would say he's, and I know you're going to talk ish about this, but I would say he's a far more genuine person. He's not a polished politic that's over here, like you said, skirting around questions and giving promises that they're not going to do. I would say out of all our presidents that we've had before, Trump is probably the one person that people try to hold most accountable.
Genuine?
As all the other politicians don't do.
Genuine?
anything.
Donald Trump promised to release the Epstein files. Then when he found out that he was on them in the DOJ from the DOJ in May, he then turned around and he started lying to reporters, saying he didn't know if he was on them or not. Then he directed the FBI to flag anywhere in the files that mentioned his name. And then we learned 4 days ago that the FBI redacted anywhere in the files that mentioned his name, and he still hasn't released them. Get the fuck out of here with this genuine BS.
You think
that is the least genuine thing I've heard on. Oh, now it goes, but Democrats. Listen, buddy, we'll talk about the Dems after you respond to this damning series of events that we've seen Donald Trump participate in that absolutely demonstrate he is not a genuine man.
Both sides on that.
Okay, so then you agree that your claim that Trump is genuine is wrong because of the damning series of events that he's engaged in that I just described. And it doesn't stop there. He also promised to build a wall between America and Mexico and have Mexico pay for it in his first term. Never happened. He promised an infrastructure bill. Never happened. This term, he promised to end the Russia-Ukraine war in the first 24 hours. Never happened. He promised to reduce the price of groceries so fast on day one, it never happened. After the big, beautiful bill was signed into law, he went on Truth Social and he said, no tax on tips for Social Security. It's not a part of the bill. Never fucking happened. He promised to release the Epstein files. Never happened. He said he wasn't on the Epstein files. Turned out he lied because he learned in May. You want me to continue on? He said that he won the 2020 election, convinced 71% of Republicans of that. Turned out he was a big fucking fat liar. Never happened. I mean, dude, it just will go on and on and on all day about how much of a disingenuous joke Donald Trump is.
Do you believe that the Epstein files is real? I believe it is. No, I'm just asking. It's a question.
They've been confirmed by the DOJ and the FBI.
Okay.
Of course they're real.
Perfect. Because yes, that was a narrative they tried to construe that it wasn't real anymore. I agree with that. But one thing I will say, regardless of Republican or Democrat, is there are multiple people on that list. And I do agree with you. If Trump is on that list, he should be held accountable. But you have to admit, there are some Democrats that we do need to hold accountable as well on that list.
This one is
that's
so
a whole
funny.
different situation.
This one is so funny. So remember how you just said that like the Donald Trump is genuine?
Go ahead.
You said that Donald Trump is genuine, right?
Yeah, I did say that.
And then you also said that you do believe that the
genuine.
Epstein files are real, right?
Yeah, huh? No, I was asking you if you thought that. Trust me, I do believe in that.
So you think that Donald Trump is genuine, and you think that the Epstein files are real, correct?
I think the Epstein files are real, and I do think Donald Trump has some aspects that are genuine. Yes.
So then, how the hell do you explain him calling something that you think is real, the Epstein files, a fake hoax made by Obama?
Do you know how many people before him have done? Everybody does that. We know our government lies to us. It's not like it's singled out to Donald Trump.
That just means that
if Kamala was president, she would not have released the Epstein files. She would have done the same.
My friend, all that means is that it's just not Trump. There's more people than Trump that are not genuine. But this absolutely refutes your concept that he's genuine.
I mean, you could say that. I will say
I can. You're right. I can say that.
From all the politicians, I would say Trump has given more honesty, which has put him in hot water. I feel like other politicians are very fake. They misconstrue things. They use little parts of things and say that other people said things they didn't say. They manipulate. That's what they are. We'll
do a test on this claim. You think that Trump was more genuine than Kamala Harris? Tell me the biggest lie that Kamala Harris ever told.
Hello? I mean, Kamala Harris is pretty fake to begin with. Didn't she leave the Biden administration?
No.
I thought she did. She bailed out on him, didn't she?
No. That one had to come from some fucking Facebook group ran by 65-year-old white men that only has 52 people.
It's just what I hear. It's just what I hear.
That's a really weird one. Now, what is the biggest lie that Kamala Harris told?
What was that?
What was the biggest lie that Kamala Harris ever told?
I mean, I don't know the biggest lie she ever told.
Okay, I know the biggest lie Trump ever told. He literally lied to every single American and told them that Biden stole the election. But then we later figured out that this was a scheme that he had planned out before the election, and he was caught telling Steve Bannon about how he was going to claim that the election was rigged on the night of because he knew that the Democrats were in the lead and will win. And then he covered up his attempt to steal and rig the election back from Joe Biden by sending fake slates of electorates to 7 different key swing states with fake votes for himself to cast back to Congress to install himself against the voice and the vote of the people. But then when his vice presidents refused to go along with his unconstitutional plan, he called for his death. So, in other words, MAGA called for his death. So, in other words, you can't even name a lie or the biggest lie that Kamala Harris ever told. But now the lie that I'm describing that Donald Trump told in 2020 is amounted to the largest internal attack on our democracy since the Civil War. Obviously, you have no grounding to say that Kamala Harris is less genuine than Trump.
Honestly, I think the largest attack on Americans in genuine was the tax rates changing. I believe that's the biggest factor towards inflation. That's the biggest factor towards why we can't.
Yeah, this is a big old pivot, kid.
Well, I'm asking you, what do you think about the taxes?
I'm not going to answer your damn question until you respond to what I just said.
I couldn't answer your question, and I conceded those points. So I'm asking you, what do you believe about the taxes? What do you think about them? Do you think that would change anything at all? Because in
What about the
1939 to
taxes?
1940, in 1939 to 1944, that's when we had the tax rate, and it was a good thing because instead of rich people using tax write-offs after what was it, $400,000 of earning a year, they were taxed on every 9 out of 10 tens of every dollar, and it was looked at as a privilege, and that was helping so many people around the world because it was a privilege. So rich people were actually giving what they needed to, and it was actually impacting the people that were struggling.
You're saying that it was a really good thing to tax rich people a shit ton?
No, I'm saying that they had it to spare, and it actually made a difference. That's a big point that Democrats are always talking about. I thought you would agree with that. Democrats are always talking about how the rich should be taxed.
You're actually right. I do agree with that.
Okay, and that's what I'm talking about.
Donald Trump has reduced taxes on rich people.
Donald Trump has increased taxes.
I'm going to entertain this one. Where the hell are you? Where the hell are you getting that one from? Where the hell are you getting that one from? I gotta know.
He's increased taxes. Now he's charging tariffs.
Slow down. Increased taxes. Where's that coming from?
What do you mean? The taxes have went up. During his presidency, taxes have went up.
Unlike you?
Yeah.
How much money do you make a year?
Like 40, I think.
You're right. Taxes have gone up on you because you make $40,000. Taxes have gone down on people making $100,000, $200,000, $500,000, $1 million. This is a perfect description of how Donald Trump is not for the average American, not for the working class, and has actively worked to make the life of low and middle income Americans worse, such as yourself, while serving to the better interests of the most wealthy among us. The debate should be over at this point if you are a good faith, genuine person.
Yeah, it is. You know what, you gave good points. You gave very good points. I will say, the last thing I will say is I think the problem is a lot bigger than just Democrats and Republicans. You know, I think it stems a lot further than that. It's about the rich trying to stay rich and nobody wanting to help each other out. But you're right. I give it to you. Good one.
Okay, have a good rest of your night.
You too, brother.
Wow. You know, that's I think that shows how like partisan or like our media and politics is. Like he literally said that his taxes have gone up. He's paid more in taxes. He makes $40,000 per year. But yet he still thought that Donald Trump was a solution. If you expose yourself to just like the introductory research into politics, the two parties and who stands for what, like obviously like in accordance with like those beliefs, like you're going to be a Democrat. But because like, you know, he probably only exposes himself to like right-leaning beliefs, watches Fox News, etc. That's the product that we get. So, I mean, I appreciate that guy for coming up. Don't know why that fetus was so angry. Sorry for the slurring child. Fucking hell.
Hey, Dean, how you doing today?
You know, I'm doing all right, Devin. Give me 1 second here.
All right.
Janessa, thank you for the $30 donation over on Venmo. Janessa, that was 15 minutes ago. Thank you. Thank you. That is JENESSA. Show some love to Janessa down below. Janessa says, I love you and your life so much, but please, the VAPING is going to kill you, and I won't be able to binge watch your lives anymore, so please get rid of it. I'm going to try to quit again in the near future, but the lives make it harder for me to try to quit because of how stressful they are. It is a good idea to try, though. One moment, man. And then Kristen, thank you for the $25 over on Venmo. I appreciate you for that love, Kristen. Show some love to Kristen and Janessa down below in that chat. Kristen with the $25 says, thank you for advocating for women's rights when they're so slowly disappearing. It's like literally like the bare minimum. It's an advocation for common sense and equality for all. It is so important, Christina. Thank you. Sorry, Kristen. Thank you. Then also Dale with a 5, Paige with a 2, Rachel with a 6, and Bryn with a 5. I appreciate you guys so much for the love. Then also quickly, I'd like to thank Denise. Thank you for the $20 over on PayPal. Donated a second time to show I'm not invisible, and I could outthink this guy if I were in a coma from Bear. Yeah, Denise, you could kick their ass. I appreciate you for the $28. You were awesome. Then also Lucas with the $5 and Amber with a 10. Thank you, Lucas and Amber. Amber says, here you go so you could buy a new anxiety pin. Oh, let's go. See, how could I ever quit now? I'm just kidding. Then Lauren, thank you for the $25 over on Venmo. Guys, show some love to Lauren down below in that chat. Lauren says your ability to break it down and explain it like a 12-year-old is what is going to get through to Maga. Yes, brother. Dude, honestly, Lauren, it's taken me a while to like develop a skill to be able to do that. And like still at some points, I think that I could break it down even more. And then also Silver, thank you for the $10 over in Super Chat, and with the $10, and Gremlin with the $10, and Amanda with the 20. Thank you, guys. Then also Donkey with a 10, and the other disgusted veteran with a 20. Oh, then Haven with a 10, Glenn with a 10, and then once again DJ Epic Cooper saying spit in my mouth. I'm gonna forget that one. That guy actually left. He was a little bit impatient, but I will say I was reading those off for a bit. Feel bad for him. Hello, Eric. Do you support Trump?
I do.
How old are you?
21.
Okay. Why do you support such a terrible president?
Well, just because I live in Washington where the taxes are like really high, and I noticed that like even our governor, Bob Ferguson, he added the biggest increase of taxes in state history, which was $8 billion. And tax went up a lot, but then it dropped back down, and it's the lowest I've ever seen it after Trump became president.
After Trump became president?
Yeah.
Okay. When?
Well, I saw this like a month ago.
A month ago? So that was like even before the big beautiful bill passed, or right around there.
No, I don't know if you keep up with Washington politics, but
taxes on what?
Our governor did? Or Trump?
Are you talking about
like,
state
what are you talking
tax,
about?
local tax, federal tax?
State, yeah.
Okay. So the state is in control of setting the state tax. So it was actually your Democratic governor that dropped your taxes.
No, because of his taxes, stuff has gone up on everything else, and then Trump lowered it back down.
No, the president can't lower state taxes.
Well, I mean, I've seen it go up before, like in multiple different gas stations.
So it's gone up
since I've gotten my license.
But now it's gone down. Thank the Democratic leadership of your state for dropping your state taxes.
Well, with all the other taxes that he's implemented, it's not really helping at all.
Okay, so when you came up here, it was the main argument for why you support Trump. But once you figured
I'm
out
talking
that
about
Trump,
gas.
one second, once you figured out that Trump didn't do it, and it was the Democratic leadership of your state, all of a sudden it's not that big of a deal, and it's not helping at all. So which one is it?
Well,
is it the main reason why you supported Trump or thought you supported Trump, or is it not that big of a deal at all?
Well, I'm referring to gas prices.
So state taxes and gas prices are two different things.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to gas prices. What has Trump done to reduce gas prices?
We signed a lot of stuff into place with the big bill. I mean, I don't know too much about it, but
actually, I think that gas prices have gone up since the big beautiful bill was signed into law.
Really? Not up here.
1 month ago, the weekly average price of gasoline was $3.16, and now they're $3.15. So they've actually just relatively stayed the same.
That's still way lower than back when Biden was president.
Okay, I agree, but this definitely would refute your point, saying that the big beautiful bill caused lower prices for gas. They're about the same since it was signed into law.
Like, I'll admit I don't know a ton, but just like what I'm trying to say right now is that Trump has lowered gas prices since the Democratic rule of Biden.
What has he done to do it?
Signed into new laws.
Like which ones?
No, I can't name any specifically.
So you're just saying that he can cause him to be
for
lower
4
than
years straight, I'm saying for 4 years straight it was going up, and then it just dropped back down. Then I'm going to assume it was Trump.
So you just said it was going up for 4 years straight. That's not true. I don't know where you got that one from.
Well, okay. Well, before COVID, it was a lot lower.
Right, because before COVID and during COVID, people weren't driving. And that was before Russia started invading Ukraine. And that was before all of the oil refineries shut down, and even a handful of them went out of commission. And then also all of our oil operations shut down as well. And before we sanctioned Russian oil, there was a lot that happened at that time that led to an increase in the price of gas, such as shutting down our refineries because of COVID and sanctioning Russian oil. We had less imports and less refineries to refine our imports. Gas costs more. I mean, that had nothing to do with Biden, nothing to do with Harris. And unless you could give me an argument that Donald Trump has lowered the price of gas now, and has nothing to do with Trump.
Okay, so just a quick question then. If those were all the reasons that gas went up, then why as soon as Trump went into office, or like not too long after, they went back down?
Okay, so they didn't go back down. They just stabilized. Well, destabilized and dropped a little bit. And that's because in the first quarter of this year, we were barreling towards a recession. People were spending less money, and markets had crashed. One of our markets is an oil future market that dictates the price at which you can lock in for future barrels of oil that you could buy. When the futures market for oil crashed, so did the price of future oil. But that was a recession indicator.
Okay, I got you. Like, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, how old are you?
Oh, 21.
Okay, everyone in the chat is spamming the underage.
Yo, I was born December 2004. They're lying.
Yeah, you actually just lied. If you were born in December of 2004, you'd be 20.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, Eric, do the math. You would.
Nope.
Do you want to know how I know that?
Because...
Guess how old I am.
Like 12.
No, what? That'd be pretty weird if you were talking to a 12-year-old.
Okay, that sounds really bad.
It does. So how old am I? I'm 20, right? And when was I born? I was born in September of 2004. So you got caught.
Oh, shoot, man. All right, thank you.
Well, dude, it's funny. Okay, yeah, that guy was underage. It's kind of crazy how, like, more typically than not, like the underage guests are like respectful. I don't know why. He fooled me. Then he ended up being nice. But then the adults are like just so belligerent and insane. Makes no sense. All right, you guys. Also, yeah, guys, birthday's coming up in like 27 days. Dude, this will be the third birthday I've spent with y'all. That's crazy. I've been doing this for a while. Holy shit. Yo, Bird, thank you so much for the $5. Sorry, for the $10 over on PayPal. Saying keep up the good fight, believe in him or not, but you're doing his work. Oh, thank you for the love, Bird. That is BYRD. And then Lucas, thank you for the $20 over on PayPal. Saying let me debate, please. My @ is Ross. I'll look for you, Lucas. Thank you for the $20. Damn, dude is paying $20 to try to get up here and debate. Guy wants at it. Guy wants at it. Let's go get that next guest loaded in right now. Hello.
Hey, Dean. I miss you.
Okay. All right. See you later. Take care. See you later. Haven, thank you for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat. Oh, actually, that was a while ago. All right. Hey, by the way, if you're watching and you want to support me, you can find my Venmo, my PayPal, and the link tree in my bio. I get 100% of all the proceeds that are donated over on those platforms. They go right to me, as well as you could add a message. I love reading the messages out. Welcome in. Do you support Trump?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Do you support Trump?
I did support Trump. I did vote for him. And after I've been seeing all these things going on with him about, like, honestly, I'd say I don't.
You are so fucking based. I know where that was going. You're going to go on to say that you don't support him anymore. Good for you, man. That's awesome. Really good to hear. As well as I think they're underage. But that's awesome, bro. Awesome. We're going to move on to the next guest right now, y'all. Everyone just do be patient while we're working on getting that next guest loaded in. We've around another 30 minutes. We've around another, wow, not even, another 20 minutes, actually. So this next guest will be the last guest of the night, y'all. Let's try to make a good conversation out of it. We got Colt. Colt loading in. David, thank you for the $2 Super Chat. Same proud of you, man. Thank you, David. What's up? You support Trump? No, Colt doesn't support Trump. Colt doesn't support Trump. We're going to go to Eveline loading up. How many times a day do you guys think I drop the anxiety pin? What's up? Do you support Trump? No. Okay, actually, wait, Balone? What does Balone want? What does Balone want? Okay, Balone just said run, Dean, run. Balone, get your booty up here. Where are you at? Hop in that queue, Balone. Okay, we're gonna get this next guest in here. Why is Balone calling me a runner? Where's this kid at? Balone, go just say something in the comment section real quick, Balone. Yo, drop something down there, Blown. Drop something down there. We're gonna get you up here. Okay, you just commented saying that he's here. All right, I'm gonna go to invite him.
Oh, hey, listen, I already know what's gonna happen. Y'all already know what's gonna happen. When I show up,
what is going on with your mic?
Things happen. Listen, Dean. Hold on, Dean.
What is going on with dude's mic?
Listen, because I understand what you're going through, Dean. I understand. You are trapped in this little bubble. I want you to understand because I was almost there with you, bro. I was there with you. You get trapped. Listen, your fans, it's like they tell you everything. Everything's a revolving door with the fans. And it's like a brain rot, bro. You have to get out of this, bro. I understand, like, yes, you have a ton of good fans, bro. But you got to become realistic with yourself, bro. You got to understand the good that's happened. Like, dude, I'm going to be real. I feel safe. I feel safe in America today. I'm just being honest. I just can happily say today, I feel safe. And I don't know why.
Are you back to being a Trump supporter, Blown?
I'm back to feeling like I'm safe in my country. Whether that's me supporting Trump, I think that Trump is doing a lot of good things. And you know what else I think is great that America's doing right now is that stupid cancel culture is going bye-bye. Hey, all y'all that love to cancel, it's really all of your fan base. Because, hey, listen, Dean, I promise, when they find one bad thing on you, Dean, you're over with. None of them are going to be there for you.
Blown, I
promise you.
Dude, I got exposed for saying the N-word.
Yeah, I know. I listen, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how.
Because
I really don't know how that survived. Because Harry did.
Because I'll tell you. Because I'll tell you.
No.
I'll tell you. Blown,
Let's be
I'll
real.
tell you.
That's
Blown, I'll tell you. It's because we're not about cancel culture here. We're about accountability culture here. Boom.
Let's be real, then. Since we're ending the night off with this, let's be real. Was what you did worse than what Harry did? Does Harry deserve to be canceled right now? Okay. In your honest opinion.
You want to talk to me about my thoughts on Harry?
Because this is your fan base.
I don't think my thoughts on Harry are going to be the most important thing here.
Well, it's important because that's what we're talking about. You got to understand, your fan base is part of the cancel culture.
Dude, there's just
and when you realize listen, it's one more thing away.
There's no way.
One more thing
away. Can I talk now?
Go ahead. You're going to mute me anyways. Go ahead.
I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible for my fan base to endorse cancel culture. Because if they did, listen, let me finish. If they did, I wouldn't have a platform. You know what I mean? It's like there's been so much dirt, right? So much bad shit that I've done when I was like a kid. Like when I was like 14, 15, 16 that have been dragged up. And
there's still bad things you do though.
Allow me to finish speaking here. And if my fan base truly valued cancel culture in the way that you're describing it, I wouldn't have a platform. You know what I mean? Screenshots came out about me saying the N-word when I was 14. The Andrew Tate shit when I was 16 and whatnot. Right? But my fan base didn't demand me to be deplatformed. The people on the internet didn't demand me to be deplatformed, right? They demanded an explanation. They demanded accountability. And I honestly feel like this is such a good example of how at the end of the day, a lot of the left doesn't truly believe, right, in the boogeyman of cancel culture, but rather they just want to see people hold themselves accountable and actively work towards being better. And I feel like
hold on.
I'm literally the best case study of that ever. Right now, I'm one of the largest, if not the largest, Gen Zer in left-leaning politics on the internet. Just based off of pure numbers, raw data. I mean, it might be true. And I come with all this baggage and all these things that really paint a picture that if cancel culture was true, I definitely would be in the position I am today.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you feel that the left has a big problem with the canceling, the just stupid stuff? I mean, look at this Sydney, whatever her name is. I mean, it's just stupid. It gets to a point, and that's really where I think you guys are hurting. And I really think you know it at the back of your heart that there's some things that are just stupid that the left are fucking putting their nose in, that they have no place in. It's like they're digging themselves a hole that's really screwing them. And you know it's true. If the left could just I want to like them, but there's so much stupid stuff that like it's like why? Why are you guys doing that? Like, it's just, come on, get to reality, get to the things that the American people are really wanting. Like, all this other stuff is so stupid.
Listen, I think, like, regardless of the political party that you're going to be referring to, there's going to be, like, a subset of individuals that are a part of that party, a part of that side of the aisle, that engage in behaviors that you think are dumb, right? You know, like, I've definitely seen some like people in like on the left say some stupid shit. You know, like for instance, I'll give you an example. Like somebody on the left was in my Discord yesterday, saying that I can't say that I'm against cops, and I can't stand for BLM because I thought that a white man attempting to rob black women was wrong. Like, that was some stupid shit somebody on the left said. Yeah, we got the flag for the vape, I guess, unfortunately. I don't know how that happened. But I also think that, like, stupid people like that exist on the right. And I'd argue that significantly more stupid people like that exist on the right. Now we have people straight up defending pedophiles. You know, think of all the stupid people that have been sitting up here and telling me that we had this perfect, normal, and fine mom and dad, even though they were saying that child exploitation is something they can allow. Think of that stupid
don't
shit.
go there. Dean, come on. Why are you going to go there? Because you know damn well. See, there you go. You're a little, you knew what you were going to do there. You knew how it was going to, we already went there. So we're going to bring that up. Yes, your fan base did decide to dox people. If we're going to go there and bring up that situation, then yeah, we can say that. Your fan base definitely decided to dox people. So yeah, that's your fan base full of cancelers and doxers. And when it's your turn, Dean, I really hope it doesn't happen because you're a really good guy. I've seen you in person. I'm not like these other guys. You're a cool dude.
You didn't even say hi to me in person. Why didn't you do that?
Because I'm not going to fan out. I'm a grown ass man. I'm going to go see what both of y'all have to say. I'm not going to fan out. I'm going to go there and see what you have to say. I'm a grown ass man. Hi, Dean. I'm not like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I'm going to see what you have to say. I showed up for both of y'all. You had great points. I showed up. I listened to Charlie. I listened to you. I left and
Dude got a flag for harassment and bullying. I actually don't know where he got that flag from. I'm gonna be honest. Sorry, bro. I had to kick you blown. Did he say anything that was like harassing and bullying? Maybe I just wasn't paying attention close enough, or maybe I've just been on live for like 4 hours and it like just like glazed over me. No. Yeah, I don't know why he got that. Dude, TikTok canceled him. TikTok canceled him, chat. TikTok canceled him, everybody. He got canceled by TikTok. Oh shit. Not the cancel culture, chat. Not the cancel culture, chat. He got canceled by TikTok, guys. Good grief. The cancel culture of the left is so bad these days. You know, maybe... All right, chat. We're kind of coming to an end of the stream. We're not going to get off yet, though. I want to hang out with you guys here for a little bit. Let me finish reading off a handful of these donations. Yo, Sierra, thank you so much for the $5 over at Venmo, saying, quick test. I sent you $10 earlier this evening, making sure that you got it. Sarah, I have your account page on Venmo loading up right now. It takes about 1 billion years to load, but once it does, and I'll be able to see our past transactions, I'll make sure to tell you. Oh, I did. That was an hour ago. Thank you for the $10 an hour ago, Sierra. Saying, thank you for speaking to young people in the U.S. to counter the Republican Party who targets and indoctrinates them into MAGA. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, you know, honestly, that's why I do what I do. That's why also I stay on TikTok. You know, if you guys are ever curious why I stay on TikTok, even though this platform is like literally shit, it's because like this is where I do my outreach to like thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, right, of like young Americans. You know, I was like looking at it the other day, guys. On some months, I'll get over 1 billion views on the shit that I say. 1 billion views on shit like this. Isn't that insane? I don't know. It makes me happy knowing that so many people hear what I have to say. It makes me optimistic. You know what I mean? Kurt with the $5. Thank you. Lion, thank you for the $10. I appreciate you so much. And then Sandra with the 5. Saying, didn't Trump cancel Colbert? Dude, he like actually canceled him. Like he literally canceled his late night show. Yes. Yes, you're right. Yo, Adriano, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. Saying, Dean, I love your lives. I watch your lives while walking my dog, and I've learned so much from you. You'd have my vote if you ever ran for office. Please check out smokefree.gov. Take care. You know, maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll run for an office. I don't know though. It's definitely a consideration though. Yeah. Anyways, chat. I know about the warning. I don't know how it got there though. I think I'm gonna go ahead and hop off for the night. Parker, you going live? Because I know you're in here. Maybe we should wait for a second until Parker hops on. We might hang out. We might hang out real quick, y'all. We might hang out. Somebody in the chat was asking what the total was that was donated to Congo. $8,700. Oh, Parker's actually live right now. Just started. You guys are in luck, everybody. I have a full other live for you to go and raid right now. Oh, exciting. If your appetite for debates is still persistent and you just haven't had enough, I want you to head over to @ParkerGetAJob on TikTok because he's going to fill you up. Okay? He's going to be doing debates for like another 7 hours. That guy goes for almost twice as long as I do. I don't know how he does it. He's a unit. Okay, I worded that badly. You guys know what I meant. Like metaphorically fill up the appetite. Oh, okay, just never mind. Just okay. Okay, I need to. Okay, just listen. If you want debates, go to @ParkerGetAJob on TikTok. Just scratch the record clean. Yo, just scratch the record clean, chat. I'm gonna end the live now. Just scratch the record clean. Go to @ParkerGetAJob on TikTok if you want more debates. Go to @ParkerGetAJob